Imagine waking up tomorrow with the clarity and power to shape every single second of your day. The hours are no longer a rush, a blur or a chaotic frenzy. Instead, your 24 hours stretch before you like a canvas, vibrant, alive and brimming with potential. This is not a dream. This is the art of mastering your time like a genius, not by working harder, but by working wiser. In this audiobook, prepare to journey deep into the essence of time, the one resource you cannot earn back, pause or rewind. Here lies the secret to becoming the architect of your own life, designing each moment with intention, precision, and creativity. Each chapter unlocks fresh wisdom, guiding you to reclaim your hours and transform your days into masterpieces. The hours are ticking. Are you ready to become the master of your 24? Let the journey begin. Chapter 1: The Foundation of Time Mastery. Mindset and Awareness. You wake up. The sunrise filters soft amber light through your window, painting your room in quiet possibility. But beneath that gentle glow, the question lingers. How will you command the hours ahead? Will your day be a scattered rush of distractions or a deliberate dance of purpose? This question is the gateway. It cracks open the door to a profound truth. Mastering your 24 hours begins not with your calendar, your to-do list, or your gadgets. It begins inside your mind. The very heart of owning your time is awareness. That word awareness is more than just noticing the clock or checking the time. It is a radical presence, a deep, soulful seeing of how your mind moves with time and how you respond to its challenges. Awareness is the still center where your day takes shape. Without it, the hours happen to you. With it, you become the artist painting each moment with intentional strokes. Think of your mind as an orchestra conductor and your minutes as instruments. Without a conductor, the sound is chaotic noise. With one, the notes flow in harmony, creating a symphony that stirs the soul. This is what it means to be aware of your time, not as something separate from you, but as a dynamic force you guide with careful attention. Pause for a moment. Notice how you feel when you think about your day. Is there tension, a sense of overwhelm, or perhaps a quiet hope? This feeling is your first signpost. It speaks volumes about your relationship with time. Many live trapped in a cycle, reacting endlessly to external demands, caught in the swirling storm of must-dos and deadlines. Theirs is a life where time is a tyrant, where minutes slip away unnoticed, leaving behind frustration and fatigue. But there is another way, a way that begins with stepping out of that storm and grounding yourself in an unshakable inner calm. That calm is born of awareness. Awareness invites you to witness the patterns that shape your day, the moments you lose yourself scrolling endlessly, the distractions that pull you away from what matters, and the subtle habits that either drain or fuel your energy. No judgment, no blame, only honest observation. From this place, the power to change emerges. Here's a truth worth holding close. Mastery doesn't mean squeezing more hours into your day. It means living fully in each moment you have. It means sculpting your time with the precision and care of a seasoned artist, not rushing blindly, but moving with purpose and grace. Imagine a day where each hour aligns with your deepest values, where your work feels meaningful, your rest vital, and your connection with those you love alive and rich. This is the life of the Time Master. It is not a far-off dream. It is a choice you can begin to make now by cultivating awareness. The journey will ask you to face some hard questions. How do you spend your time today? What truly matters to you beneath the noise? Are your moments supporting your growth or stealing your peace? These questions are not meant to burden you, but to free you, to pull back the curtain and show what waits behind. In this chapter, this awakening, the foundation of all transformation, is the seed you plant. Your mind will be the fertile soil where this seed grows. The clarity you seek begins with conscious presence, the decision to own your hours rather than surrender to them. You will learn to watch your thoughts about time, to catch the moments when your mind lags behind or rushes ahead. You will discover that awareness itself is a skill, one to practice tenderly each day. Like training a muscle, the more you nurture this presence, the stronger it becomes, until it moves you naturally toward your highest aims. Remember, you are not alone in this. Every human has wrestled with the tides of time, feeling both its pressure and its promise. What separates the time masters from the rest is their ability to shift inside, to see time as an ally, not an adversary. They enter each day, not as victims of circumstance, but as intentional creators. Hold on to this feeling, the trembling possibility that you might reclaim your day hour by hour, breath by breath. This is your invitation to awaken, to choose a new relationship with time rooted in awareness and respect. The hours stretch ahead, waiting not just to be filled, but to be honored. As your awareness deepens, you will begin to notice the invisible forces that shape your experience, the stories you tell yourself about what you can or cannot do, the habits that either limit or liberate, and the subtle choices that ripple through your day. Stepping into this awareness is the first breakthrough on your path. It is the moment when time stops being something outside you and becomes a living extension of your own will and wisdom. The road ahead promises discovery, challenge, and growth. Soon, you will learn how to build on this foundation with intentions that breathe life into your hours, focus that sharpens your every act, and rest that renews your fire. But all of that begins here, with this moment of clear conscious awareness, your first true mastery of time. Keep this truth close. Mastery is not a finish line. It is a lifelong rhythm, a continuous unfolding, and you have just begun to dance. Now, with this awakening stirring within you, step forward with open eyes and a ready heart. The next chapter awaits, where the power of intention will transform mere moments into meaningful life. Turn the page. Your life's masterpiece is just beginning to take shape. Chapter 2, The Power of Intention. Designing your day before it begins. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. The first light of dawn brushing gently across the sky. The world still wrapped in quiet, expectant calm. Before the noise begins, before the demands pull at you from every direction, there lies a sacred pause, a precious breath in time. This is where your day is born, in the space between what was and what will be. It is here, in these moments of stillness, that the power of intention waits quietly, ready to transform your hours into something extraordinary. Intention is not just a vague hope or a fleeting wish. It is a profound declaration, a commitment to how you want your moments to unfold. Like an artist choosing colors for a masterpiece, setting your intention colors the entire canvas of your day. It gives your actions clarity and your choices meaning. Without intention, your day drifts like a boat lost at sea. With it, you become the captain, steering toward a purposeful horizon. Pause and ask yourself, how often do you greet your day without planting this seed of intention? How many mornings have slipped away, lost to distraction and endless reactivity? Today, you are invited to change that, to step into the creator's role and shape your experience from the very beginning. The truth is, your mind craves direction like a compass, seeking true north. Without it, it wanders, pulled by urgent notifications, trivial tasks, or the ever-expanding list of shoulds. But when intention anchors your thoughts, energy, and emotion, it sharpens your focus and aligns your spirit with your deepest desires. You wake up not to survive the day, but to embrace it fully with purpose and passion. Think about moments you've experienced when your intention changed everything. Maybe it was starting a new project with clear goals, entering a conversation with the desire to listen deeply, or choosing kindness in a stressful situation. Those moments are testimony to what intention can do. They shape reality at the most fundamental level. Now imagine cultivating this awareness every single morning. Imagine setting your day's tone with a few powerful words or heartfelt affirmations. Simple yet potent declarations like, "Today I will choose courage over fear," or "I will bring creativity and calm to every task." These are not empty phrases. They are personal promises that ripple through your mind and body, fueling action and illuminating your path. Setting intention is also a deeply spiritual practice. It invites you to connect with your inner self, to listen to your authentic voice amidst the noise. It reminds you that your time is sacred, not a commodity to be spent carelessly, but a gift to be honored. With every intention you set, you affirm your role as the author of your life story, crafting each chapter with awareness and care. But intention alone is not magic. It demands clarity. Vague intentions lead to scattered results. To harness the true power of intention, you must be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be productive today," try, "I will complete the report by lunchtime and take a mindful walk afterward." The difference is striking. Specificity turns vague hopes into actionable goals, guiding your decisions throughout the day with a steady hand. And there is another layer. Intention is deeply emotional. It resonates most when it taps into your feelings, your passions, your values, your dreams. An intention that speaks only to the mind often fizzles. One that ignites your heart becomes an unstoppable force. It lights the fire that carries you through moments of difficulty and distraction. As you set your intentions, consider this. What matters most to you right now? What feelings do you want to nurture? What version of yourself are you calling forward today? This reflection creates a bridge between your inner world and your external actions. It transforms time mastery from mechanical routine into a soulful dance. Every morning becomes a ritual, a sacred practice of aligning yourself to what matters. And the effect is profound. You begin to notice that your day flows smoother, that your energy is sharper, and your mindset steadier. Challenges are met with more grace. Moments of joy deepen. Even your rest feels earned and fulfilling. There is power in this practice that goes beyond productivity. It shifts how you experience your life. Days become chapters of a meaningful narrative, woven by intention's steady thread. Your hours no longer feel fragmented or wasted, but are treasures collected, one by one. This power invites you to experiment, to play with intention, to test what words, thoughts, or images inspire you most. Maybe you'll find strength in simple mantras. Maybe you'll write your intentions down, or perhaps you'll carry them silently in your heart throughout the day. There is no wrong way, only the way that feels authentic to you. Remember, intention is not a rigid plan, but a living energy. It grows and shifts as your day unfolds. Sometimes you need to pause, revisit and realign. Other times you discover that letting go of control and trusting your intentions to guide you gently is the wisest move. The greatest time masters are not those who force every second into place, but those who imbue each moment with meaning and flexibility. Setting intention is the brushstroke that makes this possible. It is the inner compass that guides your ship safely through both calm seas and storms. You now hold a key, one that unlocks the gate between mindless routine and mindful creation. Whether you are waking to greet a quiet weekend morning or preparing to face a day bustling with demands, the power of intention is yours to wield. As this chapter closes, Carry with you the understanding that your day's destiny begins not in the chaos of tasks to come, but in a moment of quiet, intentional choice. This moment sets the tone, shapes your mindset, and opens the door to the genius who lives within you. Ahead lies the next step, the art of focus. With clear intentions guiding you, focus becomes not just possible, but inevitable. It is the thread that weaves your intentions into tangible reality. Take a breath now. Feel the weight and wonder of this gift, the chance to design your day before it even begins, and step forward with calm confidence, ready to harness the power of your focused genius. The journey is unfolding. The next chapter awaits. Chapter 3: The Genius of Focus. Cultivating Deep Work Habits. Focus is the rarest currency of our time. Picture this: you sit down to work, and the world around you hums with distractions, notifications flashing, thoughts pulling you in a dozen directions, a restless mind bouncing from one idea to the next. You reach for your phone, a tab opens on your browser, and suddenly the hours slip away like sand through your fingers. This scene is all too familiar, isn't it? Yet somewhere beyond the noise, there exists a deeper level of engagement, a sacred space where genius lives. That space is called focus. Focus is not just concentration. It's a magnetic presence that pulls time toward you instead of you chasing time. It's the quiet sanctuary where your mind becomes a laser, honing in on what truly matters. And it is the single skill that transforms passive hours into powerful breakthroughs. Without focus, even the mightiest intentions dissolve into scattered frustration. With it, every moment crystallizes into meaningful action. Imagine for a moment a sculptor working in a sunlit studio. Each stroke of the chisel is deliberate, precise, surrendering to the rhythm of creation. Nothing interrupts the flow. No random sounds, no wandering thoughts. This is the genius of focus, total immersion, the union of mind and purpose. But how do you summon this elusive state when the modern world seems designed to fragment your attention? The first secret lies in understanding that focus is a practice, not a gift reserved for the lucky few. It is a muscle you train through intention and environment, through habits and boundaries. Start by creating sacred time blocks. Carve your day into chunks devoted solely to single tasks. Think of it as an investment, a stake you place in your future success. During these blocks, distractions are not just unwelcome, they are banished. No checking emails, no glancing at social media, no fragmented multitasking. It's a disciplined embrace of the present moment. Next comes the environment, the powerful ally or enemy in your quest. Have you noticed how your surroundings shape your mind? A cluttered workspace breeds chaos. A calm, orderly setting invites clarity. Simple changes can make monumental differences. Clearing your desk, dimming the lights, or playing soft instrumental sounds. Find what resonates with your state of mind and makes you feel grounded. Energy rhythms are equally vital. You are not a machine. Your mind cycles between peaks and valleys of alertness. Genius understands this dance. Notice when your mind is brightest, morning, afternoon, or late at night, and reserve those golden hours for your most demanding work. Save routine tasks for when energy dips. But here's a deeper truth. Focus flourishes not through force, but through ritual. Consider the morning cup of tea, the turning on of your computer, the quiet breath you take before beginning. These seemingly small acts signal your mind to enter a state of concentration. Over time, they become anchors, powerful associations that guide your attention naturally toward work. It's also crucial to recognize that the mind needs rest to focus well. The myth of endless, grind-it-out productivity is just that, a myth. Your brain can only sustain deep focus for limited stretches. Learn to honor your limits. Schedule short breaks and step away when your mind demands. These pauses restore clarity, prevent burnout, and keep focus sharp and sustainable. Real focus brings emotional richness too. When you are fully present, you tap into the satisfaction of progress and creation. It turns work from a chore into a craft. You cultivate pride in each accomplished task. You celebrate the deep flow, where hours vanish, yet results multiply. Let me share a story. A writer once struggled to finish her book amid daily chaos. She started a ritual every morning, a quiet hour in a sunlit corner before the world awoke, writing without interruption. That hour became a sacred chamber where her ideas blossomed. Her book didn't just get written, it came alive. She understood, as you will, that focus is the birthplace of genius. Focus also means saying no, not just in the broad boundaries of your day, but in each breath and choice. It is rejecting fleeting distractions, trivial interruptions, and tempting delays. Focus demands courage, the courage to protect your time fiercely and lovingly. There will be days when your mind rebels, when wandering thoughts beckon you away. This is natural. The key is kindness, gently guiding your attention back without frustration or self-judgment. Each return builds strength, like waves shaping the shore. And remember, focus is a gift to yourself. In its embrace, you reclaim your hours, your creativity, your peace. It rewires your relationship with time from frantic to harmonious. As this chapter closes, feel the stirring energy of possibility. You now hold the secret compass that leads through distraction into purpose. The tools are within reach: sacred time blocks, intentional environments, honoring energy rhythms, rituals that invite flow, and the bravery to say no. Ahead lies the next challenge, the art of setting boundaries by learning to say no. Protecting your time is not just a strategy. It is an act of self-love and respect that elevates your mastery. Breathe deeply and carry this truth. Focus is your gateway to transforming intentions into reality. Step forward, steady and clear, as the journey continues. The path unrolls smoothly beneath your feet. The next chapter awaits. Chapter 4. The Art of Saying No. Guarding your time like treasure. Imagine holding a precious gem in your hands, radiant, rare, fragile. This gem is your time, your most valuable resource, shining with infinite possibility. Yet all too often, we give it away without thought, offering pieces to distractions, obligations, and endless demands. Saying yes becomes a habit, a reflex, and before long, the gem is chipped, worn, scattered. The art, the true mastery, lies in learning to say no wisely, kindly, and courageously. From the moment you wake, life demands your attention in countless directions. Invitations pour in, responsibilities press close, and the noise grows louder. Saying no becomes not just a choice but a boundary, a protector of your inner peace and vision. Without it, your day dissolves into fragments, time stolen by urgent but unimportant distractions. But saying no is not easy. There's an invisible weight to it, the fear of disappointing others, the worry of missing out, or feeling selfish. These feelings are real, deeply human. Yet beneath them lies a deeper truth. Every no you speak paves the way for a more meaningful yes. It guards your energy so you can pour it into what truly matters. Think of it like a gatekeeper standing at the entrance of a sanctuary. The gatekeeper's role is not to deny generosity, but to protect the sanctuary's sacredness. So too must you stand guard over your time, discerning what crosses the threshold and what is gently turned away. This art begins with clarity, knowing your priorities so well that your no comes from a place of love and wisdom, not guilt or impulse. When you are clear about what matters to you, the goals, the values, the commitments that define your purpose, you can say no without hesitation because your boundaries become sacred promises to yourself. There is a powerful freedom in this practice. One story illustrates this clearly. A woman overwhelmed by endless requests began practicing small no's, turning down an extra meeting, declining a social event, refusing a new project that didn't align with her goals. Each no felt awkward at first, like stepping onto unfamiliar ground. But with each boundary set, her sense of self grew stronger, her time expanded, and so did her joy and effectiveness. Saying no also deepens your respect for others. It allows you to be fully present and generous in the places where you do say yes. The quality of your presence blooms when you are not stretched thin, spread too wide. In this way, no becomes an act of care for yourself and those you love. Here's a secret to soften the process. You don't have to say no with harshness or finality. There are graceful ways to decline phrases that honor the request while protecting your time. Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm choosing to focus on, or I appreciate the invitation, but I need to rest so I can be fully present next time. Saying no can be an expression of kindness, not rejection. Another vital lesson: boundaries evolve. What you say no to today might change tomorrow as your goals and circumstances shift. Be flexible but firm. Check in with yourself regularly about whether your no's still serve your higher purpose. Saying no also means learning to say no to yourself. The internal distractions, the tempting urgencies that pull you away from focus. It's a lifelong dance, a daily practice that strengthens both resolve and self-awareness. And when fear or guilt arise, remember this: protecting your time is not selfish. It is necessary. It is foundational to your ability to contribute meaningfully, to create, to love, and to thrive. When you say no wisely, you say yes to your future genius. You are not alone in this journey. Every master of their time has faced the discomfort of a difficult no and found strength on the other side. With each boundary set, your inner compass grows truer. Your day molds itself around your deepest intentions. As this chapter closes, feel the quiet power resting in your hands, the power to choose what deserves your time and energy. Feel the courage rising to protect your sacred hours. This art of saying no is not a limitation, it is liberation. Ahead awaits the crucial rhythm of rest, the pause that replenishes focus and fuels greatness. Mastery demands not only what you refuse, but what you allow to renew. Take a deep breath now. Embrace the grace of your power to say no, and step forward knowing this: your time is worthy of protection, your life worthy of care. The path continues, unfolding gently and boldly. The next chapter calls Chapter 5, The Rhythm of Rest. Why genius pauses are non-negotiable. Picture a musician performing a complex, beautiful piece. The notes soar and dip, but between those notes lie the rests, moments of silence that shape the melody, giving it rhythm and meaning. Without these pauses, the music would become noise, overwhelming and lifeless. The same is true for your day, your mind, your life. Rest is not an interruption, it is the essential rhythm where genius is nurtured and sustained. Without rest, even genius fades to dullness. In a world that glorifies hustle, non-stop doing, and pushing hard, rest is often misunderstood as laziness, weakness, or wasted time. But the deepest truth is that rest is the most powerful act of creation you can give yourself. It is the secret source of clarity, energy, and innovation. Rest is the art of honoring your body and mind, the act of filling your well so your spirit can overflow. Imagine trying to run a marathon while exhausted, muscles screaming for relief. The outcome is predictable. The same happens when you try to pour your best self into every moment without pausing. Your mind becomes foggy, your creativity dims, and your focus crumbles. Rest isn't optional, it is your lifeline. But what does rest really mean? It's more than sleep. Though that is vital, it is a practice, a way of engaging with your day that blends action with intentional pause. It means regular breaks that refresh your attention. It means moments where your mind wanders freely, untethered by tasks or pressure. It means rituals that soothe your nervous system, a walk in nature, deep breathing, reading, or simply sitting in stillness. Rest is also a spiritual pause, a moment to reconnect with yourself, beyond productivity, beyond achievement. It invites you to listen to the quiet whisper of your soul that often gets drowned in the noise. In rest, insight arises, solutions appear, and resilience is reborn. Perhaps you've noticed how great ideas often come in the shower or on a slow walk, not during frantic work sessions. This is no accident. Rest creates the space for your subconscious to weave its magic, connecting dots you couldn't force away. Consider this story: a painter working tirelessly on a masterpiece, only to feel stuck and drained. She stepped away, taking a day to be in the garden. No canvas, no brushes. When she returned, not only was her energy restored, but her vision had sharpened. The rest had transformed her block into breakthrough. Rest also teaches you boundaries in a tender way. It reminds you that your worth is not measured by relentless doing, but by balanced being. This balance preserves your passion across the days, months, and years, preventing burnout and deepening fulfillment. To embrace rest fully, begin by recognizing your body's signals: mental fatigue, irritability, difficulty focusing. These are whispers asking for pause. Respond as you would to a dear friend, with kindness and attention. Integrate short breaks into your work rhythm, 5 minutes to stretch, breathe, or gaze out a window. These micro pauses reset your brain and expand your capacity for deep work. Deliberate downtime is an investment, not a delay. Also, honor the sanctity of your sleep. It is during those hours that your mind and body undergo profound renewal. Prioritize it fiercely, creating routines that prepare you for rest, rather than steal it. Remember, rest is not passive. It is an active choice to care for yourself with intention and love. It is the soil where the seeds of your efforts grow strong and tall. As this chapter closes, feel the gentle power of resting wisely. Imagine your day as a pulse, a rhythm of action and pause, energy and stillness. Each rest moment is a gift, a gateway to deeper clarity, joy, and genius. Ahead lies a subtle secret, the magic hidden in the smallest pockets of time, those fleeting moments often dismissed. Learning to use micro-productive moments is your next step into mastery. Breathe deeply now, embracing the gift of rest you so deserve. The journey unfolds with grace. The next chapter awaits. Chapter 6: The Magic of Micro-Productive Moments. Winning with tiny time wins. The clock ticks relentlessly, and the hours of the day can feel like a vast ocean, endless, daunting, impossible to master. But what if the secret to conquering your day is not to wrestle with the vast, but to embrace the tiny? Imagine transforming the scattered fragments of waiting rooms, coffee breaks, or fleeting free seconds into powerful stepping stones toward your goals. This is the magic of micro-productive moments, small intentional actions that accumulate into magnificent change. At first glance, these pockets of time might seem insignificant. Waiting for a meeting to start, the few minutes standing in line, or the seconds before an appointment bookend your day with distractions or idleness. But beneath their surface lies enormous potential. These small windows, often overlooked or dismissed, are hidden gems, waiting to be mined with awareness and intention. Think of a drop of water patiently falling again and again onto a stone. Over time, it shapes the rock, carving paths and creating rivers. Similarly, micro-productive moments, when gathered with mindful purpose, carve a clear path through your tasks and dreams. Harnessing these moments begins with a simple yet profound shift, viewing time not as blocks or chunks, but as a continuous flow of opportunities, each carrying the potential to move you one step forward. This awareness changes everything. Suddenly, your day teems with possibilities instead of obstacles. Let's explore this with a story. A busy entrepreneur struggled to find large blocks of uninterrupted time. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, she began carrying a notebook everywhere. 5 minutes waiting for her coffee, she jotted down ideas. 10 minutes between calls, she drafted emails or clarified goals. These brief bursts of focused effort gradually built momentum, and before long, her projects advanced faster than she had imagined. This approach is not about squeezing productivity ruthlessly, but about gentle, consistent accumulation. Micro-productive moments unlock progress without stress or pressure. Small, manageable wins that energize rather than exhaust you. Key to this practice is preparation. Carry tools that enable swift, focused action. A notepad, a voice recorder, or a well-organized app on your phone. Preparation turns potential wait time into a poised opportunity. Another vital insight: choose your micro-tasks wisely. Not everything can or should be tackled in those small spaces. Prioritize tasks that are simple, meaningful, and amenable to brief attention. Answering quick emails, brainstorming ideas, reviewing notes, or practicing a new skill. There is also a beautiful psychological effect at play. Each tiny achievement releases a burst of motivation, reinforcing your drive and confidence throughout the day. These small victories are sparks lighting a continuous flame. Yet, this practice requires mindfulness. Without it, scattered moments succumb to distraction and drift into wasted time. Focus remains the pulse of effective micro-productivity, intentionality in even the smallest gestures. Let's not forget the emotional dimension. Micro-productive moments invite presence and calm. Instead of dreading waiting or pauses, you learn to embrace them as meaningful parts of your flow. The restless impatience that once wasted time transforms into anticipation for your next brief, purposeful action. At its core, mastering these moments strengthens your relationship with time. You realize that time is neither your adversary nor your master, but a friend who gifts countless chances to progress, if you choose to see them. As you cultivate this practice, you'll notice a profound shift. Your sense of overwhelm softens. Projects that felt daunting become approachable. Your day gains rhythm, punctuated by these tiny triumphs that cumulatively build your vision into reality. This mastery is not a secret of the superhuman, but a discipline open to anyone willing to see time through a lens of possibility. It transforms the way you experience life, from fragmented and rushed to intentional and abundant. As this chapter reaches its close, hold on to this empowering truth. Greatness grows from the quiet power of small, consistent steps. By valuing and harnessing your micro-productive moments, you weave a tapestry of progress that no mountain of tasks can overshadow. The next step on your journey invites you to deepen your wisdom, to pause, reflect, and learn from your unfolding story. The art of reflection awaits, ready to turn experience into wisdom and guide your growth deeper. Breathe in the promise of tiny victories and step forward with calm optimism. The adventure continues. The next chapter beckons. Chapter 7: The Power of Reflection. Learning from your 24-hour blueprint. Close your eyes and imagine holding a mirror, not just any mirror, but one that reflects your day with striking clarity. This mirror doesn't lie or soften the edges. It shows the rhythm of your actions, the texture of your choices, and the whispers of your unmet desires. This is the power of reflection, the sacred pause where you turn inward to see your 24 hours as they truly are, flawed, beautiful, and ripe with lessons. Reflection is a rare and precious skill that separates the powerful from the merely busy. In the rush of life, it's easy to barrel forward, chasing tasks without ever pausing to understand what those hours truly meant. Yet, it's in this pause, the quiet, deliberate look back, that transformation takes root. Through reflection, you become both student and teacher of your own time. You gather wisdom not from theory but from experience, turning yesterday's journey into tomorrow's map. Imagine a gardener tending to a vast field. Without stepping back to survey the land, to notice where plants thrive and where soil is dry, the garden remains wild and unruly. Reflection is that step back. It allows you to assess what habits nourish you and which ones deplete your energy. It reveals the choices that honor your deepest intentions and those that lead you astray. This process begins with asking yourself simple, powerful questions. What moments today energized me? Where did I lose focus? When did I feel most alive? And when was I merely going through the motions? These questions are not meant to judge, but to illuminate, to open your heart to understanding and growth. Consider the story of a writer who struggled with constant distraction. Each day felt like an endless to-do list, leaving her exhausted and uninspired. One evening, she carved out a quiet moment to journal, reflecting not on what she had to do, but on what she actually did. She discovered patterns she hadn't seen before, mornings filled with deep insight, afternoons lost to emails and interruptions. This revelation was the turning point. With newly gained clarity, she redesigned her schedule, protecting morning hours for creativity and leaving routine tasks for later. Her productivity soared, and with it her joy. Reflection also teaches compassion for yourself and your journey. It invites you to recognize not only where you faltered, but also to celebrate the progress made. Growth is seldom linear. It's a dance of steps forward and gentle stumbles. In reflecting, you embrace the fullness of your path without harsh self-criticism. Moreover, reflection is a gateway to mindfulness. When you take time to pause and thoughtfully review your day, you cultivate presence. You become more attuned to your inner voice, your values, and your authentic desires. This inner alignment becomes the compass, guiding your ongoing mastery of time. Deliberate reflection requires creating space, both mental and temporal. It might be 5 minutes before bed, a weekly journal session, or a quiet walk in nature. What matters is consistency and sincerity. This is your sacred appointment with yourself, a moment to honor where you've been and set intentions for where you want to go. Another profound dimension of reflection lies in pattern recognition. Over time, by examining your days and weeks, you begin to see recurring themes, habits that either uplift or undermine, times of day when your energy peaks or wanes, relationships that either nurture or drain. This awareness is gold. It unlocks the ability to make informed, intentional adjustments rather than relying on chance or default patterns. Reflection also opens the door to gratitude. When you look back and recognize the moments of beauty, connection, and accomplishment, even the small ones, it shifts your energy from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude fuels motivation and resilience, especially on days when time feels fleeting or hard-fought. The practice of reflection is both humble and powerful. It requires you to slow down in a world that idolizes speed and multitasking. Yet, it returns to you the greatest gift: insight. Insight transforms chaos into order, exhaustion into clarity, and limitation into possibility. As you carry this chapter's wisdom forward, remember, reflection is not a one-time act, but a continuous rhythm. Like breathing, it sustains and renews. It is the silent conversation with yourself that guides you gently yet firmly toward mastery. Let the power of reflection deepen your journey. Give yourself permission to pause, look honestly, and learn compassionately. This moment of reflection is the doorway through which your past becomes your teacher and your future your canvas. Ahead, the path leads to a vital truth: how to remain flexible and flow with life's unpredictable currents without losing your center. Adaptability is the next gift awaiting your discovery. Breathe deeply. Feel the quiet strength rising from your reflective heart. The next chapter unfolds. The journey continues. Chapter 8. The flow of flexibility. Adapting without losing control. Imagine a mighty river flowing through a landscape strewn with rocks, bends, and unexpected turns. The river does not resist the obstacles. It embraces them, shifting, bending, and sometimes rushing faster, sometimes slowing to a gentle trickle. Through this dance, the river preserves its power, beauty, and forward momentum. Your mastery of time is much like this river, an art of flowing with life's unpredictability without losing your center. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Unexpected meetings, sudden changes, urgent demands, all can sweep you off course. The genius of time mastery lies not in rigid control, but in graceful flexibility, an ability to adapt without frustration, to stay grounded even when the currents shift beneath your feet. Flexibility in your day is not chaos disguised as freedom. It is a deliberate skill, a balance between structure and openness. It's knowing when to hold your schedule firmly and when to loosen your grip, allowing life's surprises to enrich rather than derail your journey. At the heart of this flexibility is trust. Trust in yourself, your intentions, and the process of progress. Trust that small detours don't mean failure, but often hidden opportunity. Trust that your core purpose can remain steady, even when the details change. Consider the story of a project manager who faced a sudden crisis few hours before an important deadline. Instead of panic and rigid insistence on the original plan, she paused, assessed, reprioritized, and delegated effectively. Her calm flexibility turned what could have been disaster into a triumph. She understood that control is not about forcing every moment, but about consciously choosing where to apply your energy and when to yield. A flexible mindset also involves embracing uncertainty without anxiety. It asks you to release the illusion of predictability and instead develop an agile curiosity, an openness to change, and an eagerness to learn from it. When challenges arise, you no longer view them as threats, but as invitations to grow, to improvise, and to strengthen resilience. One practical way to cultivate this is by building buffers into your schedule, moments intentionally left free to absorb the unexpected. These pockets ease pressure, reduce stress, and offer space to recalibrate. It might feel counterintuitive in a culture obsessed with fullness and productivity, but these pauses are the secret to sustainable mastery. Flexibility also calls for emotional regulation, a gentle kindness toward yourself when plans unravel. Instead of judgment or frustration, cultivate acceptance. Notice the internal dialogue that arises with change and choose compassionate words that restore calm and clarity. Another aspect of flowing with flexibility is knowing which battles deserve your energy. Not every interruption or shift requires resistance. Sometimes relinquishing control in small matters preserves it in the bigger picture. This discernment grows with practice and self-awareness. Flexibility extends to your goals as well. Life's pathways can be winding. Remaining too rigid can blind you to better routes. When you allow your vision to evolve in response to new information and inspiration, you transform rigidity into resilience and stagnation into progress. Imagine a dancer improvising to unexpected music, each step and turn responsive, fluid, yet wonderfully precise. This is your ideal relationship with the rhythms of your day, both intentional and adaptable. As this chapter closes, sense the calm strength in your ability to bend without breaking, to flow even in uncertainty. Flexibility is the quiet force that carries you steadily forward amid life's ever-changing landscape. Ahead, the journey invites you to explore how your environment, physical, digital, social, can nurture this flow or disrupt it. How you shape your surroundings is the next frontier in mastering your time. Breathe deeply now, embracing the grace of flexibility. The path unfolds gently onward, rich with promise. The next chapter waits. Chapter 9. The Influence of Environment. Crafting spaces that empower your genius. Step into a moment in your life when you felt utterly alive, focused, energized, and deeply creative. Now try to recall where you were. Was it a particular room, a certain corner, or a unique space that seemed to cradle your mind and spirit? The environment around you, often unnoticed, holds incredible power over your experience of time, your energy, and your ability to master your day. Your surroundings are more than just background scenery. They are silent architects shaping your moods, your focus, and ultimately your success. The space you inhabit breathes with energy, calm or chaotic, inspiring or draining, setting the invisible stage where your day unfolds. To master your 24 hours, you must learn to design environments that align with your highest intentions and stimulate your genius. Think of a composer drafting a symphony. The notes are vital, but so too is the concert hall, where music resonates. A beautifully crafted hall enhances every note, while a noisy, cluttered space muffles even the brightest melodies. Your environment is that concert hall for your life's work. Begin with physical space. Look around you, your workspace, your home, the places where you spend most of your day. Clutter steals attention and breeds stress. The tidy, organized space opens pathways in your mind, inviting clarity and flow. Simple acts like cleaning your desk or bringing in natural light awaken your senses and set positive momentum. Then there is the sensory environment. Sound, light, temperature, and even scent interact with your brain's wiring. The right soundtrack, whether it's soft instrumental music or nature sounds, can stimulate focus. Warm, natural light energizes, while harsh fluorescents drain. Consider how these elements shape your mood and productivity, and experiment to find what nurtures your best state. Your digital environment also demands care. Notifications, cluttered desktops, and endless tabs fragment your attention. Create a digital sanctuary by organizing files, silencing distractions, and setting boundaries for technology use. Your screen can either be a source of chaos or a gateway to focused accomplishment. Social environments equally influence your time mastery. The people you interact with can either uplift your energy or deplete it. Surround yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and support your growth. Meaningful connections become beacons of motivation in your daily journey. Storytelling illuminates this truth. A writer struggling with focus transformed her life by redesigning her environment. She decluttered her room, added plants, and designated a cozy corner as her creative haven. She also limited social media and chose to spend more time with uplifting friends. This holistic change sparked a profound shift. Her productivity flourished, and so did her joy. Remember, your environment is a living system. It shifts with seasons, moods, and needs. Cultivating awareness of how your surroundings affect you is a lifelong practice. Adjust it mindfully, nurturing spaces that fuel your focus and creativity. Beyond physical arrangement, consider the deeper symbolism of your environment. What does your space say about your values? Does it reflect the life you're crafting? Spaces infused with intention become powerful reminders of your purpose, daily anchors for your mindset. As this chapter comes to a close, hold this thought. Your environment is a sacred partner on your path to mastery. It can either amplify your genius or quiet it. Your power is in the choices you make about where and how you live each moment. Ahead lies the final chapter, the culmination of all you have learned, the legacy of living as a genius architect of your time and life. Breathe deeply and feel the vibrant energy flowing through your surroundings. Your journey nears its profound fulfillment. The next chapter awaits. Chapter 10, The Legacy of Time Mastery. Living each day like a genius architect of life. The sun dips low, painting the sky with strokes of gold and violet. Another day folds into memory, carrying whispers of moments shaped not by chance, but by intention. Imagine for a moment that every day could close like this, full, vibrant, and deeply connected to your highest self. This is not a fantasy, but the living legacy of mastering your 24 hours, the art of becoming the architect of your life. Every hour, every breath. Mastery of time is not merely a skill, it is a declaration of who you are and who you choose to be. It transforms the mundane into meaningful, the scattered into streamlined, the frantic into fulfilled. This final chapter invites you to step into this legacy, to see your days as your most enduring creation. Your life is a mosaic of moments, each tile holding a piece of your story. The way you use your time today echoes into your tomorrow and beyond. To master your hours is to craft a legacy, not just one of achievement, but of presence, growth, and purpose. Consider the genius who builds a great city not by erecting walls hastily, but by laying foundations carefully, planning roads that connect, and creating spaces that breathe life into the community. So too, your hours, when mastered, become the foundation of a life that inspires, uplifts, and endures. This legacy is built through daily choices, a commitment to awareness, intention, focus, rest, boundaries, flexibility, environment, and reflection. You have journeyed through each of these, learning not just to manage time, but to live fully within it. Now imagine weaving these threads into a seamless fabric that wraps around your life, carrying you forward with grace and power. Legacy also asks you to consider the impact your mastery has beyond yourself. How does your presence ripple through your relationships, your work, your community? When you honor your time, you show those around you that their time matters too. You model respect for life's most precious gift, encouraging others to rise alongside you. Remember, the legacy of time mastery is not perfection. It is a commitment to progress. It is the courage to keep reshaping your days in alignment with your evolving self, learning from each misstep, celebrating each victory, however small. A powerful truth stands clear. The way you live your 24 hours is the way you live your life. It's both tender and bold, simple and profound. Each day is a canvas, and you hold the brush. The final gift of this journey is empowerment, the calm confidence that your time is yours, not as a fleeting commodity, but as a vital, living piece of your existence. This empowerment fuels purpose and peace, creativity and calm, ambition and acceptance. As this chapter closes, feel the weight and lightness of this truth. settling in your heart. Mastering your time is mastering your life. Every decision, every moment, carries the potential to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. The path you have walked is more than a course of learning. It is a call to live deliberately, joyfully, and courageously. The legacy you build is waiting to be crafted with your vision and hands. Take a deep breath now. Stand tall in your mastery. Step into your power as the architect of your life's masterpiece. The journey doesn't end here. It unfolds infinitely, an ongoing dance of presence and creation, calling you to live as the genius you were always meant to be. The day is yours. The legacy is yours. The moment is now. Chapter 11. The ever-unfolding journey. Embracing mastery as a lifelong path. There is a moment, quiet but profound, when you realize that mastery is not a destination, but a journey without end. Picture a vast horizon stretching beyond what your eyes can see, a landscape of infinite possibility, where every step forward reveals new vistas, challenges, and wonders. This is the truth about mastering your 24 hours and your life. It is an ever-unfolding path, inviting you to deepening awareness, growth, and wisdom with every breath. In this chapter, we explore the profound idea that time mastery is not a checklist to complete or a trophy to claim. It is a way of being, a conscious embrace of life's flow, a commitment to presence, and a dance with change. The journey you have begun is sacred, filled with moments of clarity and moments of struggle, both equally valuable. When mastery becomes a lifelong pursuit, you shift your relationship with time from one of scarcity and anxiety to one of curiosity and gratitude. You learn to savor the process, to delight in small victories, and to welcome setbacks as teachers. The restless desire to control every moment gives way to the gentle art of surrender, trusting your inner wisdom while navigating the unpredictable tides of life. This freedom is a gift earned through practice, patience, and compassion. It is the realization that perfection is a myth, and that true power lies in your ability to adapt, to learn, and to keep showing up. Every day is a fresh canvas. Every hour offers a chance to renew your commitment to living intentionally. Consider the story of a seasoned artist who, after decades of dedication, still wakes each morning with hunger and wonder for their craft. Mastery for them is not a checklist, but a lifelong dialogue, a conversation between curiosity and experience. Like them, your journey invites you to remain open, humble, and eager. The path of mastery also calls you to accept that life's rhythms will ebb and flow. Some days will shine with effortless flow, others will challenge your deepest resolve. Embracing this ebb and flow as part of the journey fosters resilience and deepens your connection to yourself. As the journey continues, your awareness expands beyond managing hours to embracing a broader vision of fulfillment, joy, meaning, connection, and contribution. Time mastery becomes intertwined with the art of living, fully celebrating the present while building your dreams. The legacy you build is not measured solely in accomplishments, but in the presence, grace, and love you bring to each moment. It is the story you write with your time and heart, a story that grows richer with every chapter. As this final chapter settles, breathe in the vastness of your journey, feel the steady pulse of growth, the gentle unfolding of wisdom, and the radiant light of your purpose. Your mastery is alive, evolving, and only yours. Step forward with open eyes and a willing heart. The journey stretches onward, an endless invitation to create, to learn, and to live deeply. And now, with this awareness glowing within, pause and savor the truth. Mastery is not the end, but the beautiful, eternal dance of life itself. The path is yours. The journey is. Chapter 12. Embodying your mastery. living fully in every moment. Step into this moment with me, a moment alive with possibility, weight, and wonder. Feel the coolness of the breath in your lungs, the subtle pulse of life beneath your skin. This is your most intimate time, your now, the thread from which every future weaves itself. To embody mastery is to fully live this moment, to become a living testament to the power you hold when you align your time, your energy, and your heart. Embodiment is the final breath of mastery, the seamless uniting of knowledge, intention, and action. It is no longer enough to understand or plan your hours. Mastery calls you to be fully present, to walk your truth with steady footsteps and open eyes. This chapter invites you to step beyond theory into the vivid texture of daily living as a conscious creator. Living in mastery means embracing your wholeness, the peaks and valleys, the moments of clarity, and the stumbles. It is a practice of continuous presence, where you listen deeply to your inner voice and respond with courage and kindness. It asks you to honor your rhythms, to respect your boundaries, and to celebrate your growth. Imagine a dancer who knows every movement, the flow, the pause, the leap, and yet remains fluid, open to each moment's call. Embodiment is this dance with life. Intentional, alive, responsive. It asks you to feel your sensations without judgment, to think with clarity, and to act with authenticity. This embodiment ripples outward. When you live fully in your mastery, your relationships transform. Others feel your calm strength, your genuine care, your vibrant presence. Your energy becomes a gift, a source of inspiration and connection that lifts those around you. Consider the story of a teacher who, after years of striving for perfection, embraced embodiment as her path. She stopped chasing an ideal day and began living each one with intention, presence, and grace. Her classrooms thrived, not because everything was perfect, but because she was fully there, heart open, mind clear, spirit engaged. Mastery was no longer somewhere ahead, but vibrating at her core. To embody mastery, cultivate daily rituals that ground you. It might be mindful breathing upon waking, a pause between tasks to center yourself, or moments of gratitude before sleep. These acts root your awareness in the now, knitting your inner and outer worlds into harmony. Embodiment also means embracing imperfection as part of your humanity. When chaos erupts, when focus wanes, meet yourself with compassion. Each moment is an invitation to return, to recalibrate, to deepen your presence. Your body and mind are the canvas for your mastery. Nourish them with care, rest, movement, nourishment, and stillness. When you respect your vessel, your capacity to live fully expands exponentially. Living mastery invites you to be curious, to experiment, and to evolve. It is a lifelong conversation with yourself, rich with discovery and renewal. There is no final endpoint, only the joyous unfolding of your unique journey. As this chapter closes, let yourself fully inhabit this truth. Mastery is not a thing you get. It is the living, breathing art of being. The quiet flame within you that burns steadily, lighting your path, illuminating your life. Breathe deeply now, feel your heart open, and step into your power as a master not only of time but of your very life. This moment, this breath, this day is yours to embody fully. The story continues, infinite and radiant. The journey is alive.